sol ilumina coisas do além que vão além. Quando de repente é coincidência, nem precisa se esforçar pra crer.
Anti-Slav. Sad day today. First start this video off by saying rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, the Godfather. Deep condolences to his family, his daughter, his mother, his family, all his loved ones, friends, and family. And, really appreciate the work ethic and the work that he was doing to bring the nuclear family together, especially in the Black so-called community. Kevin Samuels actually, if we're going to be honest, he inspired the Anti-Slav channel. Here I am seeing a black man with a suit on articulating himself with intellect, holding men and women accountable for their actions, their choices, their behavior. A lot of people didn't like his message. A lot of people wanted to police his tone. Me personally, I didn't have a problem with either or. Now, I didn't agree with everything that he said, because I don't agree with 100% of any person what they said. But the things that I did agree with him on, he was spot on. Now, for me personally, when I first got introduced to Kevin Samuels, it was pretty much how everybody else got introduced to him. That Average at Best video. I was scrolling on Instagram, and I seen on the Average at Best, it was somebody clipped it. And I'm like, damn, who is this? Who is this guy? Like, man, who was this guy talking to this woman like this? Because, guys, we're not used to seeing a man talk to a woman in this nature, in this manner. So it was captivating to me. I'm not gonna lie, it mesmerized me. Like, wow. So I didn't really too much consume his content then and there, but I did look at that video, that clip. I'm at work, and seeing some of the guys we having talks, just guy talk, and it was this guy. He was just laughing, just screaming, laughing with his headphones on. And I'm like, man, what are you like? What you got over there? What you listening to? Like, man, I'm listening to Kevin Samuels. You never heard of Kevin Samuels? And I'm like, who is that? I couldn't really remember how I had got introduced to him through that clip, that Average at Best clip. So we got the building, got to explain it to him. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. So from that point on, I started listening to his content. I started listening to him because I was like, wow, this guy really is lacing his audience with some game. Like, he has some good game. And I'm going to talk about some of that good game. One thing that stood out to me in the beginning when I started listening to his content is that he said, if you are a man, you should be working a minimum of 60 hours a week. And why that really hit home for me is that at that time when I heard that, I had a job where, I still had this job, but at this job, I had the opportunity to work a lot of overtime, bare minimum 60 hours a week. But what I was doing at that time, I was being a slob. I went and got some FMLA, which is Family Medical Leave Absence. And I was abusing that, right? I was calling off work for no damn reason, sitting at home, out of shape, watching TV, just laying around on the couch, not being productive, being a damn slob. But when I heard him say that, as a man, you should be working 60 hours a week minimum, It was just something about hearing him say that. You know, he had that suit on, and it was just the tone that he said it. I don't know, it kind of hit me like, damn, because like he was talking about accountability, you know, looking in the mirror, you are what you attract. The world doesn't owe you understanding. Deal with your issues and then come to the market. We don't have to deal with your issues, deal with them on your own time. All of that stuff was hitting home for me, and I was like, he's really giving out some good game. Like, this is stuff that I can apply to myself. See, it didn't trigger me. It didn't get me upset. I held the mirror up to myself, and I did the work. So I canceled my FMLA. I started taking my ass to work every day like I was supposed to be. And didn't miss any work from that. Happened to miss the day of work. Sign up for auto overtime. Sign me up. Let me get that. Being accountable for who I am and what I am. Went and actually got enrolled in some therapy because I knew I had some issues that I wanted to tackle. And it's all about self-improvement and getting better. I want it to be better. I want to be better. I am getting better. And I'm not going to stop the process. Forever process. So, me personally, that is how he, that me listening to that message from him, that's how I'd applied it to my life, because he was talking to men. And like I said, I believe he was talking right to me, because I was like, damn, this applies to me. I had an opportunity to get it in at my job, and I'm squandering my opportunity by being a slob. Then he went on to talk about how, cleaning up the black male image. Stop being a victim and blaming media, the white man, and take control over your own image, take control over your own actions, and start doing things to raise your image, such as putting on a suit, dressing the part, going outside, with your pants around your waist, making sure you're getting your hair cut. So basically taking accountability for how you look when you leave your house. There is no boogeyman. There is no invisible force that is keeping us down and holding us back from cleaning up our own image. That's a fallacy. That's just false. Anti-sloppy. He definitely inspired that. Anti-lazy. He definitely inspired that. And to be quite honest, I wanted to put a suit on while I did this video, but I've been so anti-lazy, I've been so anti-obese, I can't even fit the damn suits anymore because I've been dropping this weight. Anti-slob. So this turtleneck had to do, size medium, by the way. Now I want to talk about the holding men and women accountable. That is something that is paramount. Because when you get held accountable, it's only going to make you better. When you get upset that somebody is holding you accountable, it says a lot about you. When you're ducking accountability. Now, I consume this content. I see, how, the women hate that accountability. He does a wonderful job of asking questions about people, listening to their answers, and giving them the truth of the situation. And I believe that is the reason why people are so triggered and so upset. And another thing, too, I want to talk about briefly is all you people that are like upset and mad at him. I have never seen Kevin Samuels pick up the phone and call any of those people on his show. They get on their damn phones and they call into his show to get his perspective, to get the truth from a man's mouth. And quite honestly, I think those women like that. I think they like when this man is dressed up in his suit, is giving them this game, is lacing them with this type of game. They like that. Because why would you do it? Why would you call into his show and ask for that? He gives you what you asking for. Now, there has been times where, as I'm watching the show, the conversation gets contentious and gets aggressive, but I would have to argue that he's only giving out what he gets. You giving him some attitude and giving him some sass, he's giving it back to you. Don't get mad because he's outwitting you. Don't get mad because he's not going to let you shame him, insult him, guilt him. The need, shout out to Kevin Shamler for that moniker, sign language, shame, insult, guilt, the need to be right. This was a brilliant, articulate, intelligent man that got his point across for men to raise the bar, for men to become leaders, for men to become something, to not settle for mediocrity. But he also was very instrumental in not pissing on the average man, on the blue collar guy, right? So I shout out to him for that. Now another thing too I noticed, what I took away from his show is that when women would call into his show, a percent of the women described the same type of man that they wanted. And the women described the same type of scenario they wanted. They wanted a 6-figure or above guy. They want to be housewives, stay-at-home moms, and rear a family. And he would simply ask them like, "Oh, okay. Well, have you been raised to be like that? Were you raised to be a stay-at-home wife?" And overwhelmingly, the women would be like, "No, but I just want it." Nonsensical. So a lot of people would get mad when he would highlight that. And how are you getting mad at him for highlighting the delusion of the modern woman? It's just simple, man. You want something, you got to go out there and earn what you want, what you endeavor after. See, what he showed in his show is that a lot of women just want what they want because they want it. I deserve it. Why do you deserve it? Because. And that's the reason why a lot of you women hate him. That's the reason why a lot of you guys are on Twitter, just being so evil. And I don't even want to really address y'all because, it's funny that y'all are doing that because supposedly, allegedly, he died from cardiac arrest. And he appeared to be a healthy guy. Now, it's funny to me that some of you guys too, I seen a guy on Facebook, he just was dragging Kevin, just making so many jokes about this man's death. And, hey, homeboy, you are obese, right? I can look at you and tell that your cholesterol is high. I can hear the high blood pressure in your voice. It's funny that you're clowning him about dying of a heart disease when you don't think that the way that you carry yourself, that could be your fate, and you're laughing about him. Hey man, yeah, you do your thing, man. Do your thing, man. So what I'm doing is I'm just blocking, unfollowing. I'm not about to engage with people, that want to be evil and make fun of people when they die in death and disrespect the dead like that. Because, whether you like it or not, this man had impact. This man lived out his purpose. This man got a conversation started that was it was basically something that wasn't new. All of this stuff that he talked about was a new concept. This is how men talk. When we are amongst ourselves, we talk like this. We have these grievances. We have these talking points that we talk about amongst ourselves. He just put it in a limelight. He put it out there. Another thing, too, that I took away from him that was very, very instrumental, that I implemented immediately, is that in life is about people, men in particular. We have to have a wolf pack, which is guys that have the same goals and aspirations of you, guys that if you are lacking in your judgment, you can go to this guy to get an accountable perspective to help you in your lapse of judgment. I immediately implemented that. Shout out to my Wolfpack homie. Somebody who is going to hold me accountable for my behavior. If I get to slipping on hey man, nah, dog, that ain't it. Somebody who's going to be honest with me and not care about my feelings. That cares about my success. Cares about, how I perform as a man. And vice versa. That's how we make each other better. Steel sharpens steel. You don't lie to each other because they say when you lie, people buy. You tell the truth, man, it hurts. But is it going to help you or is it going to hurt you? It's going to help you if somebody tells you the truth. That's how you know somebody has genuine love for you. They tell you the truth. What now? Now, untimely passing of this brilliant, inspirational man. Time has came and gone. Me personally, it was like a couple of days ago, I had already got a hard motivation, from you goofies in my comment section, gang banging on Facebook, talking all this nonsensical stuff. I'm not even going to get into it, but y'all really motivated me, man, when I got to hearing the perspective that y'all was saying, all that weird stuff y'all was saying. Y'all really motivated me to never, ever be broke. You guys really motivated me to just go after everything that I'm endeavoring after. To not take no for an answer, to not take failure for an answer. Success only. Y'all motivated me with all that weird stuff y'all was saying. And I appreciate y'all for that. But now, the Godfather just passed away. There's a newfound motivation, even more motivation for me to be inspired to acquire what I desire. That's me, by the way. I didn't get that from anybody. To be inspired to acquire what you desire. I'm inspired to acquire what I desire. Rest in peace to the Godfather. Anti-sloppy, anti-lazy, anti-obese, anti-bad behavior.
Anti-slob, anti-lazy, trying to be the best me that I could be. It's up to me. I'm taking all accountability. I just gotta keep going hard to get the win. Again and again. No pain, no gain. This ain't just a diet plan. This a whole life change. It's a whole life choice. Listen to my voice. You can tell I ain't playing. I'm trying to be the best I can be. That's my goal. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, go. Anti-slob, 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 anti-slob.